The elusive internet searcher. The person looking for your business. Who are they? What do they look like? Why are they looking for you? Well, are they even looking for you? See, we have to change our mindset around the way we think about people who are out there needing what we offer as businesses, as the solutions to their problems or the opportunities for their desires. We have to completely change the way we think about this game. Our mindset has to be changed. Our approach needs to be changed for digital marketing success to happen, whether that be attracting people to your website, your blog, your video, your social media. We have to change the way we think about this. We're thinking about how do we get traffic to our websites when traffic is not our problem. It's getting the right people to our sites who are able, willing, and ready to buy from us. And that's the problem. See, we're not creating the right kind of content that speaks to the need of the person who's searching for the problem or the desire that they have. We're spending too much time asking the wrong questions because we're thinking inside our own boxes instead of getting outside of our boxes and thinking about the people who would buy from us. See, we've got a retail consumer mentality. And if you're in retail, well, then I suppose that's okay. But even then, it's still not about you, the company. It's about the customer. It's about the prospect. It's about what they need and how they're perceiving the world and what it is that they want. Are we talking to that, or are we talking about ourselves? Are we talking about how wonderful we are? Are we talking about how great we think our product or service is? Are we trying to talk people into buying us? Are we trying to get too cute with our call to actions instead of just getting straight to the point and saying, you know what? Susie had a problem. You have the same problem Susie has. I know that. You know that. And are you persuaded by that as the prospect? Are you willing to cross that threshold? Are you creating content that is so interesting, relevant, and compelling that people have to come back and consume more of your content? Because here's the truth about internet searchers. In Google's Zero Landmark Report in 2011, now this is an older report, I get that, and I've warned against using older reports, but there's a psychology here that I don't want us to miss. It said that on average it took 10.4 pieces of content before somebody initiated engagement. I didn't say initiated a buying transaction, I said initiated engagement. That could be a comment, that could be a retweet, that could be social media, that could be Facebook. It could be whatever, right? So think about that. That's not so much different than the offline world, where just even a few years ago, Harvard Business Review said that on average, it literally took over 150 impressions before somebody took some kind of action. That's offline. So that means how expensive is that between billboards and door hangers and radio advertisements and newspaper advertisements and magazines and television and all of these other areas of disruptive advertising. So here's the thing. What's going on in the mind of the consumer when they come to your website is they don't want to be disrupted. Those pop-ups you got going on are disruptive. Get rid of the pop-ups. There are going to be people out there who claim it works. Great. There's people also out there that claim cold calling still works. And if you have to cold call 100 people to get one sale and 75% of them are pissed off at you, what did that do for your brand? How did that leave them feeling about your brand? See, one of the things I talk a lot about is tangible values. And the tangible value is what do they experience and how did they feel about the experience. And if the overwhelming majority of people are feeling that you're disrupting them by asking them to do something they don't want to do, then that's no different than a TV commercial where you just DVR straight through it. You know what? You may be incentivizing people to not come back to your website. Because why do I want to keep coming back to your website when I've already been given that offer and I keep having to say no every time I keep coming back or every time I go to a new page? I know that there's going to be people out there who say it works, but I'm going to tell you, it works for a very small few number, and for most people, it just annoys them. Or in some cases, it just makes them mad. And they're not going to come back. So you'd better get in the mind of the consumer and learn what the majority of people need who you're trying to attract that's able, willing, and ready to buy from you, or become some type of a partner, a referral partner, a strategic partner, a JV partner, whatever. You've got to start to learn how to think like your customer. You've got to get into the psychology of marketing and sales and people if you're going to be successful online. So that's my quick tip today. Again, I'm Don Perlman, unveiltheweb.com. If you're watching on YouTube, leave me a comment. If you're on Facebook, leave me a comment. If you're on the website, click through to one of those two places, in particular probably YouTube, and tell me what you think about this and engage with me, because I'd love to hear your thoughts.